Well, we're back, and this fool's back too. This is Let Us Interrupt You here on Saturday, February 19th, 2021, on this President's Day weekend. I am Joe Olivo.
You know who I am.
He already knows. Yeah, he knows. Everybody knows. He knows who he is. I know who he is. You know who I am. Everybody knows who I am.
I know.
But we got a lot to discuss. A lot of stuff that happened this week. Actually, a lot of things that happened today, which was a major one today. Brian Flores, yes, the Brian Flores, was trying to sue the NFL for discrimination, has got a job. It's not a head coaching job, though.
Unfortunately.
No, unfortunately, it's not. He is a defense assistant / linebacking coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pretty low key hiring.
Smart hire right there.
But just the most random.
Was he a defensive coordinator before?
He was a defensive coordinator for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yep, and he was a pretty good one at best.
Mm-hmm.
I think, will this make the Pittsburgh Steelers defense better? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was one of the low-key hirings of the entire day. I think it's pretty shameful that Brian Flores didn't get his gig in Houston, which would have gotten Deshaun Watson to stay in Houston or go somewhere else. Or it could have been Flores coaching Minnesota, and Watson could have gone out to the Minnesota Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of variety of things that the Vikings missed out on, but they got Kevin O'Connor, so that's better. But yeah, low-key hiring.
Low-key great hiring.
I think here's my prediction, because this actually happens now. I think once Mike Tomlin decides to hang it up as a head coach, whenever that will be, who the hell knows, I think Brian Flores takes over. I just can't see how he wouldn't take over in this case. And I
don't think he would take over because
Mike
Tomlin's still young. He's like, what, 40?
Yeah, I say whenever he decides to hang it up and wants to do something else in his career, make more money. If he just, he decides one day, because I'm pretty sure Mike Tomlin is in his late 40s and his 50s. I'm pretty sure.
Brian Flores is.
Why are you looking at Brian Flores' age? I'm talking about Mike Tomlin.
Brian Flores is 40.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin, who's coached the Steelers since
he's like
2007.
Yeah, so he was like more young. 49.
That's what I'm saying. So whenever Tomlin wants to hang it up, I'm not saying 5-10 years down the road. I'm not saying that. I mean, he could be coaching that team until he's 60 or 70. Who the heck knows? But
how old's Bill Belichick?
He's in his 70s, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure he's 69 or 70.
69.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think Brian Flores will take that job. He'll finally get a head coaching gig. And I think
if the Steelers are really good, he'll get a head coaching gig next year.
Maybe.
I could see him getting tired off again.
But I just can't see Mike Tomlin being gone cold turkey for no reason when he can still coach now. Yeah. I'm just going by basis on like the fact right now that, hey, you got a spot once I step.
For another 20 years if you want to.
He could. I think he could use a change. I mean, sometimes people can use a change of scenery. So I look at it like this. I mean, he could probably go either retire, go coach somewhere else, or whatever the case may be. But I don't know. I just think that Brian Flores will get a spot eventually.
Well, another thing. Change of scenery. What was Mike Tomlin's gig before the Steelers?
That's what I'm trying to remember. I'm like blanking on that right now.
Wasn't he like the defensive coordinator of the Vikings?
I'm pretty sure it was either.
I think it was
either the Vikings or the I was gonna say Ravens, but I could be wrong. It could have been the Vikings. Could have been the Giants too, for all I know. Actually, the more I think about it, it might have been the Giants.
Pretty sure Mike Tomlin.
I mean, it could be Ravens or Giants. I mean, I could be wrong. It's one of the two.
I'm pretty sure it was the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings.
For what year?
Yeah, he was the defensive basketball for the Bucks.
Yeah, but what?
Wide receivers coach, teaching assistant, wide receivers coach, defensive backs.
Wow.
That's why when they go from like offense to defense.
It's funny when you think about it, really.
Mm-hmm. Honestly,
I would say if I had to say what kind of coach Mike Tomlin is, really, if I had to be realistically here, I'd say he's a neutral coach. I think he can do both for anything, really. But I know this is supposed to be about Brian Flores, but it's a good thing for Brian Flores to get hired. It is. Is it
not
pretty,
as much pay as a head coaching gig, but he's still
got something. He's still got something. And right now, whatever the heck happens right now with the rest of those NFL teams that he sued, like the Broncos, I think the Broncos are going to settle for whatever he did. I mean, even though the Broncos didn't do one thing. The Giants are going to settle because they don't want to hurt their image. And the Dolphins, well, they're just a dumb franchise.
It's the Giants. Their image already sucks.
They do. They got a GM who don't give. I mean, they got a new GM now. And they got a new head coach, which is good.
So I feel like the Giants may improve a little bit.
They may improve.
They still got
I think they got a long way to go, but they'll improve. They'll improve. They'll be.
Daniel Jones has a breakout year this year?
No, I think they're done with Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones will be their backup now. I'm convinced they're going to draft Sam Howell. I'm convinced of it.
Maybe.
I think Sam Howell's going to be the next guy. I can't. At this point, it's not like he's an automatic first rounder, obvious pick. I don't think. I think he's one. I think he's one of those like, oh wow, he's picked in the first round.
So up and down because like this.
Kenny Pickett's the only one that's really blow away.
Malik Willis, Desmond Ridder, Kenny Pickett.
I think Malik Willis will be good. I don't know how good he'll be, and I just can't.
Carson Strong.
And I just can't see the Giants taking Malik Willis. I don't know why. I can see him going to Washington.
Because like the QBs could go anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
There could be one in the first one. There could be all four.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I still say Kenny Pickett goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I still say Sam Howell goes to the Giants, and I say Malik Willis goes to Washington. And I can see that Bailey Zemp kid going to trying to think where he could go to. Probably Indianapolis. Take Carson Wentz's job. I can see that happening.
I still feel stupid.
They're trying to move.
Because he wasn't even that bad.
No, they just
it was mostly
Taylor. They just struck gold with Jonathan Taylor, and Carson Wentz unfortunately was just left out of it. Plus, Carson Wentz wasn't even that healthy to begin with. He was playing a bum ankle for most of the year. Think about that for a minute. I mean, you're gonna give away. You gave him that guy that easily. I mean, come on.
They traded a first and a third round pick for the services of him for only 1 year.
Yeah.
And Carson Wentz isn't even 30 yet, I believe.
Yeah.
So to go.
So we have it. So we found out the NFL. Well, at least I found out. I mean, I got the. I posted the story earlier on my Instagram. I don't know if anybody had read up on my Instagram earlier today, but this is what I had for a top 25 list. I can just get to it. Here it is. So this is out for the free agency list right now, and this is what my predictions on where they're going to land and why. So I'll start with number 25. I'll go from 25 to 1. I have Juju Smith right now, who is a free agent right now from the Pittsburgh Steelers, going to the Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
I do, because Michael Gallup's going to get moved. He's a free agent as well. You need another wide.
Towards ACL.
Yeah, and you need a wide receiver who's reliable. I think Juju Smith's one of those wide receivers. You got Amari Cooper in there. You got CeeDee Lamb. It's a great combination for Dak.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to help Dallas win their division. I think that team will be awesome on offense next year. In fact, I'll put on the record right now, they'll be the number 1 ranked offense in the league if this happens. Guaranteed right now, they'll be the number 1 ranked offense in the league.
I can see that happening.
Yeah. What do you have for number 25? Where do you think he ends up going?
I say either there or maybe even Kansas City.
It's it's interesting. I just can't see Kansas City taking him. And the only reason, because here's the thing, they got too many weapons there as it is, and I think they're at.
Why not add more?
Well, there's a problem. You got to have a system, and I think the problem is with Kansas City is they don't have a system. They just want to have as much talent as they can, but not know what to do with it. They have a plan for Hill and
the Bucs
Kelsey
had
on
that talent.
Well, they had a system that was better though. They had a plan for everybody. That's the difference. When you only have a plan for Hardman, Hill and Kelsey, and you got this all other talent around, and they're just there. And it's just they're a part of the offense, I guess.
True.
But if there's no system for you, then what's the point? If there's no room for you, why gonna waste your time here? I mean, yeah, sit and take the money like Taysom Hill did for New Orleans. Great, that's what he did. But I mean, seriously, if you want playing time, that's the way that goes. Number 24, Morgan Moses out of the New York Jets, offensive tackle. He stays with the Jets. They need all the offensive lineman help they can get. The Jets suck, as far as I'm concerned. They're completely lousy, and he's the only saving grace in that offensive line.
He doesn't want to go back to the Jets.
That and fit. Well, here's the thing: it's a New York.
Him a boatload of money.
Yeah, and that's what's ended up happening.
He's like an average old lineman.
This is the Jets that we're talking about here. They're going to pay anybody a lot of money. They're desperate.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what the Jets do.
Honestly, I don't know what. Probably the Bengals.
I guess so. They do need offensive lineman help too. They do. I can just see that the Jets now being Simpson saying like, "I'll give you all this money if you stay," because
stay on this dumpster fire.
Because here's the thing: they know it's a dumpster fire, and half the time, I found out about one of the owners there. They actually forgot about who the some of the Jets players were, who the offensive linemen were. They were actually mixing names. That's how bad the Jets are. That's how bad they are. They're pathetic. Number 23 is Leonard Fournette. He's a free agent for the Buccaneers, Super Bowl champ. Not obviously this year, but last year. Anyway, my prediction is he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo needs another wide running back anyway. They need all the rush help they can get here right now. It's just Singletary, in my opinion. Here, you get a guy like Leonard Fournette in there in the starting rotation. You get Singletary to be the number 2.
Running backs are easily replaceable.
Oh yeah, and I think Leonard Fournette would be an easy replacement by far.
I mean, like free agency, the draft, you can find good undrafted players like James Robinson from the Jaguars a couple of years ago.
Right, exactly, yeah. And I think realistically that'll be a good spot for him. And I think that Buffalo Bill team will be in a run next year for the AFC title game next year. So that's that. Zach Ertz, he's not staying in Arizona. I'm sorry. After what Kyler Murray did in that NFC wildcard game, I have no confidence in that guy staying in that Arizona team. In fact, I can see him going to the Dallas Cowboys. You get a little help for Dak Prescott in there, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think it was the Dallas Cowboys. What do you got?
I honestly don't know. Zach Ertz is like, how old is Zach Ertz?
He's a pretty good tight end.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
But he's not as good as he used to be.
I disagree. I think he's still good. I think he's still got what it takes. I think he's got another about 6 or 7 years left in him, I think.
I don't know.
So you're going to, I don't know.
Yeah,
just pick a team. Like, it could be any random team that will throw money at him.
What team is tight end needy?
Tight end needy? I would say either New England. Because I don't think.
Nah, we got Hunter Henry.
Well, yeah, but
Joe
you
Smith, I say you can trade him because he.
Yeah, you can trade him.
Crap.
I think Denver could use another tight end. Denver could use another tight end for sure.
They got Fan, but he hasn't been.
He's not the guy. He isn't. Let's be real. Fant's just there.
Heck, maybe it's Chicago.
Chicago would be a good one. Chicago's an interesting one, actually. That's a good choice.
Help out Justin Fields a little bit.
Yeah. Austin Colbert, offensive guard from the Los Angeles Rams. I say the Rams just to keep him. You need all the offensive linemen you can help right now. You're not sure about Whitworth right now, Andrew Whitworth right now, and whether or not he's going to retire.
Yeah, I say to keep him.
Yeah, I think at this point it makes a lot more sense.
Will just won the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Will Fuller out of the Miami Dolphins. I actually forgot he was on the Dolphins. He's going to go to the LA Chargers. I'm just going to be real here. I think the Los Angeles Chargers could use a guy like him. Mm-hmm. He's a really good wide receiver. He can. Can he stay healthy? I think he can for the right price. He's got the right quarterback in the system, and I think he can help the team turn around. What do you think of Chargers too?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, moving on. Melvin Gordon, running back from the Broncos. I think he stays with Denver. They need all the running back help they can get here right now. They have nobody else there.
Also, there's no big market for Melvin Gordon.
Exactly, and I think Melvin.
He's not all pro anymore.
No,
he's not.
He's washed up, but they still need him.
Still a serviceable player.
Still serviceable. That's really about it. Cordell Patterson, number 18. I think he goes to the Minnesota Vikings. Here's a key reason why. In case Dalvin Cook goes down, you get a backup. Cordell Patterson, the only reason why he was there as a starter in the first place because they had nobody else in Atlanta. That's the only reason why.
His market's going to be high. He had a good season.
Oh, he did. Yeah, there's no question. There's no question about it. And realistically, if you don't need to be a running back, you can put him at wide receiver because, I don't know. He can run. He can catch. He could just have out the Vikings out a little bit more in the wide receiving core a little bit. So I think
he could honestly go anywhere.
He really could. He's a running receiver. That's what he is. He's RR. Running receiver. Yeah. That's exactly what he is. David Njoku, I think, stays in Cleveland because I think Cleveland is just desperate to keep him. They see something in him. I don't know what it is that Cleveland does, but they do. They don't want this guy to be a free agent for long. They're going to try to re-sign him.
I think he's going to go somewhere else.
Where do you think he's going to go?
They got Austin. They signed Austin Hooper last year, I believe.
Well, but you need 2 tight ends in your system unless you're going to sign Zach Ertz, which I don't see happening.
Where would Njoku go? He's pretty young.
Yeah,
he could be a starting tight end somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't.
Heck, maybe Dallas. If they don't re-sign Schultz.
No.
Dalton Schultz is a free agent. He might.
Njoku is one of those tight ends that are like it's just there in the moment, but when the moment comes, he shits himself.
Maybe
he's not a clutch guy. He's not a guy who want to target to it in a 2-minute drill. If anything, I don't want to move the thing. That's why. Anyway, Mike, what are you doing?
Click on the post.
Click on what post? No, it's on my story. I can't click on anything. It's just that. Oh, a feed post. Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, sorry. Christ. Well, I had the story up so I can tell you where the teams I wanted to go to. I had
but still could have just clicked the post.
Right. But what I'm saying is I had the things written down on my story that's why I was blocking the teams. Okay, you're not getting it. Okay. This is what I did.
Oh, yeah, but
yeah, it does. I wasn't gonna remember. I wasn't gonna remember the.
All right, continue.
Anyway, Mike Galetsky, he's going to go to the tight end for the Dolphins. I think he's going to go to Tennessee. I think
Mike Jasinski.
Yep. I don't think he's a really good addition.
He's a really good low-key tight end.
Yeah, and I think Tennessee could use him. They don't really have a lot of tight end star power down there in Tennessee, and that kind of helped. That kind of did hurt him in the division round game.
Mm-hmm.
They need more wide receiver help anyway, and Kazeski can do both. I can see him going to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I can too.
Yep. All right. G.J. Chalk out of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's a Chicago Bear guy.
DJ Shark.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, he's
going to be going to the Chicago Bears. He will. He's going to be the one guy there who's like Anthony Miller, who's just there just to be there. That's it. He's not that great. Christian Kirk and James Conner on the list as well. They're staying in Arizona. Kyler Murray needs all the help they can get here right now. Christian Kirk is an underrated wide receiver in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really rate him as well here.
Right, he could probably go to the Patriots too.
He could, but I mean, does he really want to go there for a cheap price? Because we all know how the Patriots are when it comes to money. They're cheap. And James Conner, I think realistically, he could go to the New England Patriots, but I just think there's no shot of him leaving Arizona. All right, so now we're in the top 12 here. Number 12, Dalton Schultz. I have him going to the New England Patriots just because I think Juwan Smith is going to be gone. I think the Patriots are going to be like, screw this guy, cut him loose. Like the Dolphins did with Kyle Van Noy when they had him signed for a 4-year deal. They decided to release him. I can see this happening. I can see Dalton Schultz going to New England. You give Mac Jones some help. He's a good serviceable tight end. He could be a good number 1, number 2 guy. He could be a good 1-2 punch with Hunter Henry. I could see him going there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But would he want to be a 1-2 punch, or would he want to be like a main focus?
He's already a main focus now in Dallas anyway. But the point, I think he would be, because here's why. Because even though Hunter Henry's been the main focus there, Dalton Schultz is a new toy for Mac Jones to play with, and you do want that if you're Mac Jones. So I think he'll go there, and I think he'll be happy with this move. Rob Gronkowski, I've already said this. He's gonna be a Cincinnati Bengal, and I guarantee that right now he's going to Cincinnati, and it's gonna be more than 1 year. He's doing it for 4 or 5 years. I guarantee it. Tom Brady wants him to play for 4 or 5 more years. He's got 5 or 6 years left in the tank anyway. Why the hell would he want to retire again?
I mean, look at his last year.
Exactly. Like, he had a great year last year. Like, there's no reason for this guy to retire. There really isn't. Jameis Winston, I say he goes to the Denver Broncos. I can tell you right now, he's not going to get a job in New Orleans. I can see now they could stick with Taysom Hill.
I see the Broncos trade for Aaron Rodgers.
I did see that in the beginning.
I say Jameis probably re-signs.
But here's the thing. I think it depends of what Devontae Adams does. And I don't see Devontae Adams going there with an already star-powered system and basically taking opportunities away from all those guys and making it the Devontae Adams Aaron Rodgers show. I'm sorry. If it didn't work in Green Bay, it's not going to work in Denver.
Cortland's son. Who do the Broncos have?
Jerry Jeudy.
Oh, yeah, Jeudy.
Yeah, so you have Jerry Jeudy, you have Cortland Sutton.
Wide receiver.
I think they don't have like another one wide receiver though. Don't they have like 3 of them already? 3 starter ones already.
Jeudy,
Sutton. There's somebody else.
Sutton.
I'm drawing a blank.
Hamilton, I believe.
Yeah, even Hamilton. So why the heck would you want another one? You're trying to develop these guys. You're not trying to turn to one main focus show with Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers. You're not trying to do that. And I'm convinced right now that that Rodgers might be sticking around in Green Bay. There's been reports saying that all week, that he might give himself a second chance in Green Bay because he was not wanted in Tennessee. He even brought, you know what? Now because Shailene Woodley, I should bring this up. Woodley and Rodgers, yeah, they're no more. 2 years of being engaged, finito, done.
Yeah.
So because I think here's the thing I think was going to end up happening, because I think Rodgers wanted to keep on playing football. Shailene Woodley didn't. He sold property in Green Bay, moved to Tennessee, thought he was going to get a job in Tennessee instead of just retiring there. She probably didn't even know about it, got mad, found out he didn't get the job. He was all frustrated. They probably got into a fight and led to them breaking up. But Rodgers was the one that dumped the girl, not the other way around, because Shailene Woodley is not a dumper. She's the dumpy. So that's my take. Anyway, let's keep going to top 25 list. Right now we're at number 9. Brandon Sheriff out of the Washington Commanders now. Stupid name for a team, that is. I can see him going to the New Orleans Saints. Here's the reason why. They need a lot more offensive help right now.
He goes to Cincy too. Cincy, New Orleans. What's his online?
I think I think he could go to Cincinnati.
Now in the Bears.
The problem is I think realistically he's going to ask for too much money. He's one of those guys that's going to ask for too much money, and I don't think he's worth that much. I think you're going for a cheap price.
He's worth the money.
I think mid-range.
He's one of the best yet one of the most underrated O-linemen in the league.
Oh, he is. But I think in the cap of New Orleans right now at this point, and it's the right fit there.
Man, look
right
at the cap
system.
in New England. They only have like $8 million.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm saying New Orleans is more of a fit than New England is. That's why I think New Orleans is going to take him. Orlando Brown Jr. out of the Kansas City Chiefs, former Baltimore Raven. I think now he's going to go right back to the AFC North and go right to the Cincinnati Bengals. You need a really good tackle. Mm-hmm. This is your guy. There's no doubt about this. There's no debate.
He's
one of the best ones that got.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
If they want to.
I have another Cincinnati. Listen, just a second with Armstead. Mm-hmm. Actually, I just gave it away. I just spoiled it for you. Armstead will be going to Cincinnati. That's my take. Mm-hmm. We'll give you your take in a second. But anyway, Orlando Brown Jr., as far as I'm concerned, he's a beast. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about it. He's a better version of Trent Brown than Trent Brown is. He's the right fit there for Joe Burrow. He's a really good tackle. And I think he would be, if he was in that past Super Bowl against the Rams, the Bengals would have won. Yeah. With his help, there would have been no 7 sacks in the game. You would have gotten maybe 1 or 2 if you were lucky. If that. If it even got to that point. And I don't think it would have. Mm-hmm. OBJ, he's staying with the Rams. I'm sorry. There's a report saying he wants to go to Kansas City. I don't buy that for 1 second. I don't buy it at all. And I don't think he'd want to go to Kansas City. Why the hell would you want to leave Los Angeles to go to Kansas City? Really? I know Kansas City is great. Don't get me wrong. It's cold down there, though. He wants me in the warm weather. Believe me. He's an LA guy. He's not a Kansas City guy. Michael Gallup, he's one of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think he's going to like Kenny Pickett. Mm-hmm. He's going to like Kenny Pickett, even though Kenny Pickett's not on the team yet, but he will be. That's my prediction. Mm-hmm. I know I'll be right. He's a great wide receiver, great slot guy, great third wheel. He's a good number 3. He could be a good number 2. Mm-hmm. Not really a bad thing to say about him.
He's to a number 1.
Exactly. He'll be the main focus there for Pittsburgh, I think, and he'll probably be the new number 1. Let's be honest. Mm-hmm. There's not really a lot of number 1s right now on that Pittsburgh Steelers team.
Right now, the number 1 is Claypool, and he's mad.
Right. Well, I wouldn't even consider number 1. I would consider like a number 2 that was in the number 1 position.
Number 2, yeah.
And for the moment when Juju Smith was in. Yeah, but he's not a number 1 Claypool, not by a long shot. Mm-hmm. Number 5, I have Mike Williams going to the Patriots for low cap. I just can see it now. Not a big time signing. Probably a 1-year deal, maybe at best.
For like a crap
he'll go out.
Money,
no.
Doesn't deserve.
No, but what I'm saying is this is another way to X Aguilar out the door, in my opinion. He'll take the job from Aguilar. Aguilar will be gone.
They trade Aguilar,
or Aguilar will get released, and Williams will get a big time signing. He'll prove himself.
The next one I say goes to the Patriots.
Oh, Allen Robinson? You think Robinson will go? I don't think so. And here's why. I think the Chargers could need another wide receiver. You got phantoms.
If that's the case, they should just re-sign Williams.
No, I think Allen Robinson would be a better fit. You know what? Because you know what it is? It's the Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert show. In this case here, you got a 1-2 punch. And because I don't think Williams and Keenan Allen were ever a 1-2 punch. I don't think they were. I just didn't see it. I never felt that way about them. I thought it was just more about Keenan Allen. The spotlight was more on him, especially in Los Angeles. I just thought he was valued more. And Mike Williams was just there just to be there. You know, he had a moment. He had some touchdowns there and there. Yeah, but he was never the guy. And I don't think he ever would be the guy in LA anyway, which is why the Patriots, especially with a second-year quarterback out of Alabama. If Robinson
came to the Patriots, I say he'll be number 1 right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely number 1 type of receiver.
Yeah, and I think
next one I agree with.
Yeah. What? Allen Robinson?
No, next one.
Oh, Godwin. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you agree with that. We were talking about to the Bills. Yeah. So Godwin will be going to Buffalo. Yeah. Armstead, I already said will be going to Cincinnati. Devontae Adams, in my opinion, I just don't believe in the noise right now about him wanting to go back to Green Bay because I don't think they want to. They're not going to pay Rodgers and Adams at the same time. And the only reason I say Minnesota is because you got Adam Thielen there, you got Devontae Adams there. I love that combination. That's an awesome combo. As far as quarterback goes, I think, in my opinion, if it all plays out, I can see Rodgers wanting to release. Mm-hmm. Kirk Cousins doesn't want to be a Minnesota. Yeah, but I don't think they're going to trade a division rival. And I think when you got a team that's in need of something, and Kirk Cousins right now is not their need, they're not going to trade him, obviously. But Cousins will be released. I think he'll go to Green Bay. Actually, no. Wait, no, where did I have Kirk Cousins going? Shoot, not Green Bay. I had Jimmy Garoppolo.
Washington. No, he's not going back.
No, he's not going back to Washington. Oh, he could. Actually, that probably would actually make. Actually, no, that actually would probably make a lot more sense. Actually, him going back to Washington. I think Russell Wilson will be a Los Angeles Raider, a Las Vegas Raider. Sorry. Yeah, I think realistically, Aaron Rodgers will be a Minnesota Viking along with Devontae Adams. You want to talk about sticking it to Green Bay? Go to the Purple Eaters. Go to that team if you're Devontae, and try to convince Rodgers to go there as well. Exactly. There you go. Favre 2.0. Only this time around, he's taking somebody else with him. So there you go. So that is our top 25 list. That is that. We're getting off that subject. And now I will get into the MLB stuff right now because I know this kid doesn't care about baseball. But there was a report this week that was talking about the MLB lockout, which is causing a spring training change of date because the spring training was supposed to start in about 7 days from now. So from a week from now. Unfortunately, it's been moved to March 5th. Now, I think it's due to the pending dates and situations like this now, and they're actually talking and they're actually negotiating on something, and it's not turning into a fisticuffs or anger or desperation or angry Karen mode or just walking out of the meeting without even saying a word. It's progress. It's progress. We might get a baseball season. It's progress. We're going to get something. Do I think it's going to happen? Spring training in March 5th? I hope it does. But I can see this happening from a mile away. They're going to delay it another week. They're going to, and I can see right now them changing every single date they have now going forward in the schedule. Not losing the games, but extending the season. Not extending more games, but extending it to a different date. Because you need a lot more spring training help. You need a lot more time to get these players ready for 182 games because you can't really just force it in there. I think taking less games away would be pointless. Although it's a long, draining sport. I get it. A lot of people can't sit through 6 months of baseball. Hell, I have a hard time sitting through it sometimes. Hell, I have a hard time sitting through hockey most of the time. And I actually like hockey. But I enjoy the playoffs more. I don't enjoy the 20-minute periods because after a while, it's like baseball, if you're at the game, it's different. I get people don't like watching it on TV. It's tough to watch it on TV. It's not easy to watch it on TV. But I can tell you right now from this point now going forward, they're going to have a season. They're going to move spring training again, change the date of it again. Everyone's going to lose their minds, and they're going to go, oh, they're not going to have a season now. No, they're going to have a season. But you don't want to know what they're going to do? They're going to change the start date of the season, change opening day completely, extend the season into the middle of October. And you know when the World Series is going to end, and I'm going to tell you this right now, it's going to end on Thanksgiving Day. Watch. It's going to happen because I've always wanted this. And now with this new CBA opportunity, the new contract cashed in, all they got to do is say, why don't we just play baseball on Turkey Day? That's going to go over like a fart in church. It's going to be the stupidest idea they can come up with. It's never going to work because you're competing with the NFL. And I doubt anybody's going to say, let's watch the World Series instead of watching football. Now I get it. It's the Lions and it's the freaking Cowboys and it's some shitty primetime game, or it might even be a good one. Who the hell knows? They haven't had a great primetime game in football in like 5 years. Let's be real here for a minute, folks. It's been a while. But it's always the Cowboys losing or the Lions losing. You know, I get it. And I've said this before about Thanksgiving games. They should change it up. Get rid of the Lions. Get the Cowboys off my TV. Put somebody new on there. But it's never going to happen. Because the Fords kiss the NFL's ass. They love their football games. They love their football team failing. That's just the way it is. And baseball right now loves their sport failing. So what better way to make it fail even more? Put the game on Thanksgiving Day. Put the last game of the World Series, a Game 7 in the World Series. Watch. It's going to happen. It's a stupid idea. It's never going to work. But it's going to happen. You want to know why? Because it gives Rob Manfred more money. Even though it's the worst idea possible, it's going to make him money. So that's my take. One more take about baseball, and that's really about it. Freddie Freeman this week, his free agency status right now, interest is continuing now. He's got multiple teams interested in him, and including the Texas Rangers, who've made some big moves themselves during the offseason. Now I don't have the notes in front of me about who they got, obviously. I had to go back deep in my Instagram stories just to tell you who they got, and I don't even have a safe thing in my Samsung to look at right now for that, unfortunately. But if the Texas Rangers pick him up, that's it for the Houston Astros' chances of a playoff run. I can see Carlos Correa going there as well. And you want to know something? That's a World Series winning team right there. Freddie Freeman and Carlos Correa, if they're joined up together, that's it for the Red Sox chances. That's it for the Houston Astros chances. That's it for the New York Mets chance, the Yankees chance, the Angels chances. That's it. That's a 1-2 punch right there that's going to kill your season. It's going to kill your chance of going to the World Series, and I guarantee you right now they win the World Series together. Mark my words. That's a big move. That's a huge move. I love it. I love the fact that this guy's got so much interest. But you want to know what's going to end up happening? And I guarantee this one, man, it's never going to happen. I hope it does happen for Freddie. And I'm a Red Sox fan, and I hope for Freddie Freeman's sake right now he goes to an organization that's going to treat him well, because you know what the Red Sox are going to do? Sign him for a couple of years, then trade him away. What the hell would be the point of that? That would be a stupid idea. But you want to know what the Red Sox did so far before the lockout happened? They brought in Jackie Bradley Jr. Whoopee. A guy who hits 195. Whoopee. That's great. To make all the fans happy. All the little kids out there that want the bobbleheads. Hey, mommy, I got a bobblehead. Shut up. Little Jackie Bradley Jr. bobblehead. A guy who can't even hit for over 300 in average. He does it one season. Oh, he's so great. No, he's not. He sucks. He's not even a good outfielder. He wouldn't even be a good infielder. So that's that. So Freddie Freeman will be going to Texas Rangers, in my opinion. I hope it happens, but I know he'll want to stay in Atlanta at the same time too. His family's out there. It makes a lot of sense. But he's growing a lot of interest. So he's 12 teams interested in him now. So good luck to Freddie Freeman. Good luck to the baseball scene. I hope it happens. But at the same time, I know baseball. They're bound to do something stupid. Rob Manfred is the stupidest commissioner in all of sports. That and Roger Goodell. Even with his bogus reports saying right now that he might be getting an extension with his contract. Because right now he's been saying, oh, I haven't said anything about that yet, but we all know he's going to resign. At the same time, I don't think he is, because I think Goodell's getting tired of all the crap. He's tired of the woke community. He's tired of hearing about the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader thing where they paid off the cheerleaders to keep their mouths shut after a guy or one of the executives there took a picture of Jerry Jones' daughter up the crotch. So, I mean, that happened.
When did that happen?
You didn't hear that all week long about Jerry, that story with that one of the executives of the Dallas Cowboys?
Oh, no.
You missed that story? I guess supposedly it happened, and I guess supposedly now they want Jerry Jones to lose his job or sell stake with the Cowboys. I don't.
Jesus Christ.
It happened back in 2015, but I guess a fan was talking about it, found the video, posted it,
Dang.
and it came from that fan. He was watching the draft that night. But anyway, enough about this right now. I mean, he wants us. Clearly, he's been done cleaning up the mess right now of the NFL owners, and Rob Manfred, who's now cleaning up the shit now for the baseball season, not just for the owners but for the players, trying to resolve this lockout crap. He's gonna come up with the worst idea possible just to kill the sport. Because you want to know why? Because he can. Because he can, and these owners just don't give a shit as long as they get their money, as long as they get their ticket stubs, as long as we get dumb fans like us go to their games. We'll be invested into watching a World Series played on Thanksgiving Day. It's going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, mark my words. They change the date to spring training. They're going to change the date to opening season. They're going to keep changing this shit. They've already said there might be a possibility of losing games. But, I mean, that's not good for anybody. It's not good for the players. It's not good for the owners. It's not good for the commissioner. It's not good for anybody. It's a horrible outcome. Anyway, I'm done ranting. I'm done ranting about baseball. I'll get it. I mean, you gotta get a baseball take in here, man. But I mean, but do you? I know you're not into baseball, but could you imagine a baseball season ending on Thanksgiving Day? Could you imagine
baseball season usually end like around
like close to Halloween?
Yeah, I can't see it.
Exactly. Would that be good for business or would that be bad for business? Because the NFL Thanksgiving days were obviously beat him in the ratings.
Exactly.
There you go. See, this kid even knows. Anyway, so we're going to talk about the Martin Show now. I know it's random, right? A white kid who actually likes the Martin Show. Guess what? I actually do. I watched that show. I watched that show as a young kid at my grandmother's house as a young kid. It was fun. It was fun watching those shows.
Look at me.
And they're gonna have a little reunion this Sunday, which is awesome.
Yeah. What's that?
Tiesha Campbell, Martin, the rest of the crew, they're expected to have a little reunion this Sunday. I hope they kind of bring it back. I hate to clue you. I actually hope they bring it back. It was actually a really good show, and it was entertaining. That and Friends and that show should come back.
No, I never really watched Friends. But
Oh, screw you. Friends is a good show too.
What?
It's a good show.
Make me. What?
Monica, Phoebe,
What?
freaking
Martin. Yeah.
you know, the rest of them, Jennifer Aniston, whatever. I forgot what the character
They should
name was.
bring back Everybody Hates Chris.
Honestly, that show just passed its course. And I feel like at this point, the reunion would just be worse. Because here's why.
Because they're older and
it would make no sense. The story would be stupid. Unless the lady right now, the teacher that used to teach him, is like in a retirement home somewhere. And Chris is trying to be nice to him. And she's like, "Oh my God,
you know how much
it's you."
That lady said in that show that will get her canceled nowadays.
Exactly. Like
yeah.
For all the crap that she did, that show's lucky it wasn't even on today because that show would have been canceled quickly. The woke community would have
been canceled.
Oh, it would have been canceled just for that. Yeah. Are you kidding me? We live in a world today where everyone's so freaking woke and so stupid and soft. It's pathetic. And people wonder why we're like 35th in like comedy because of the woke people. Thanks a lot, by the way, woke people. We're going downward. We're supposed to be going upward.
In the world
There's way.
Take a joke.
And here's the thing, though. It's not like they didn't grow up into it. They actually did. That's the stupid part about this whole thing.
You know what? The older you realize, like, oh, this is stupid. Like, no, that's.
It's not that stupid. It's offensive, though, to them, though. Even though they're not that color, even though they're not even in that same genre of conversation, they don't. They still find a way to say like,
bitch and moan.
I'm just trying to figure this out with all these woke people. Let me ask you about woke people a question. Do you call the network executives and claim to something that you're a black person and you're offended by this? I'm just curious.
No, they go on rants on Facebook and Twitter.
No, but here's the thing, though. I don't think those network executives even go into those accounts. I'm convinced it's the FCC sees it. They call up the network and they say, cancel the show. It's all FCC based. We already know what social media is. It's just so stupid. It's got the Instagram cops out there, the FCC, the woke, all of it. It's beyond stupid. But I'm convinced right now that, I'm convinced, and most people don't even have social media, these woke people. I'm telling you. They'd probably decide, you know what? I'm going to make an outrageous call because I'm nuts and I'm stupid. And all these people are going to buy into what I'm saying, and they're going to give me money afterward anyway, which they always get. Which they always get anyway.
It's not the woke people.
Oh, it is. It is. Think about it. Everybody who's racially insensitive right now.
It's not woke. That's just.
No, they're woke. They're woke.
You know what woke really means, actually?
I do.
It means like you see everything.
Yeah, you see everything in the wrong way, though. It's the difference. That's what I'm trying to say to you. They see things from a wider perspective in their own imaginary mind.
That's not being woke. It's just being.
That's exactly what it is.
It's just being sensitive.
No, it's just being stupid.
That too. But
it's stupid. Woke. I'm telling you, I don't even care what the meaning of it is. It's just pure. It's stupid. You're all stupid, and you're bringing this country down. Anyway, but Martin show, I had a reunion. I love the show. I actually, I'm actually tempted right now to make that our theme song. Martin. No. Martin, but not Martin, obviously. Joe, let us interrupt you. No, you don't want to use that for a theme.
We're not gonna cut.
Is it gay? Just say. It sounds gay, but yeah, it does sound gay.
If we want to make a theme show, we don't copy someone else.
Nah, I know.
We make our own original theme. Water bottle. All right, next topic.
Yeah, we should probably get into the next topic. The Undertaker.
WWE Hall of Fame, well deserved.
Definitely well deserved.
Grew up watching the guy.
Yeah.
That guy was wrestling before we were born.
Yeah. He's a legend. Legend in the business. Had the 21-0 streak. Lost it to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30. That streak should have never been broken. It should have never been broken. It should have. That's when WWE went downhill. When that streak broke. Let's be honest.
It went downhill way before that. That streak should have never been broken.
Well, I mean, man.
Really, Undertaker should have probably retired.
I think he beat Punk. That's how I look at it. What else we got? I mean, yeah, you gave me. Here's my opinion. The streak being broken.
And if someone did break it, it had to be someone that they could build around. Brock Lesnar was already an established star, and
I can tell you right now, the only reason why they had Undertaker lose that match, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, is because it was all about pushing Roman for next year's WrestleMania. They already had Roman Reigns winning the next Royal Rumble.
Reigns for next year.
That's all it was.
Have Brock win his title, have Roman conquer him.
Yeah, that's it. That's all that was about.
Even happen.
And it didn't even happen. What a waste. What a great job, WWE. What a waste. And then you had Roman Reigns beat The Undertaker 3 years later anyway. No, again, kind of pointless. Kind of stupid.
Made no sense.
Because, okay, then the next thing was what? You're going to beat Roman? Oh, wait. Did that happen at WrestleMania? No.
Nope.
It happened at SummerSlam, and it took Braun Strowman to be a distraction.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can I say? But anyway.
And next year they have a main event match. Brock won.
Yeah.
Roman was supposed to win, but Roman wasn't even over with the crowd at the time.
Yep.
Heck, even when he won at SummerSlam, he still wasn't over with the crowd.
Yeah, but enough about Roman, enough about Brock. It's about The Undertaker. It's about the Phenom, American Badass,
WWE.
You name it. He did all the gimmicks.
Speaking of WWE, today was a Saudi Arabia show.
Well, I'm not done with The Undertaker yet.
Oh, no.
No, we just got a comment over here on our thing. I don't know what the heck that is, but I'm about to report that. That's a little disturbing. I'm not going to say what it says. Obviously, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, Undertaker.
That's kind of messed up. That's really messed up.
From.
Oh, okay. I'm really going to report that. Yeah, that's not.
That's not fun.
That's not. That's fact. That's report that shit.
Yeah, Undertaker. From being the undead man to Ministry of Darkness to Biker Taker.
Yeah.
Remember that gimmick?
What was a better gimmick in your opinion? Because I'd say the Ministry stuff was.
The Ministry of Darkness one was probably the best version of that. Too.
Yeah.
Dark, edgy, basically him.
Yeah.
The Biker Taker one, honestly, I'm kind of mixed about it because like, remember when he came back and everyone was so confused? Like, wait, he's riding a bike now? You go from this undead dude to a biker. Well, in reality, it kind of did suit him.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it was just a really weird transition.
It was a weird transition, but he made it work. He really did make it work. And I don't know what
who are these people?
I don't know, but we're getting a lot of unwanted spam here. I'm like trying to focus on what you're saying, but like this freaking spam shit keeps like coming up. And I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know why the heck this is
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's really it's really unfortunate that we have some people on this thing that will go out of the way and have negative things. By the way, folks, I'm just gonna go off on record here. I know it's a free country. I know we live in a world where you can comment and do shit whatever you want, but don't do hate shit over the internet. You freaking morons.
Mm-hmm.
Are you stupid? Don't be racist. Don't be an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't post something on the internet because you're stupid enough to do something. I'm going to report your ass.
Stupid.
Just have nice things to say about the show. If you disagree with certain things we say, great. Don't be
don't say it in like a proper way.
Yeah. Don't be a hateful prick. I'm not going to repeat what you said on the air because I'm obviously not going to. I'm not that like naive. But this is stupid.
Yeah.
Grow the frick up, people.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Back to the Undertaker.
Yeah. Like I said, when it came to Biker Taker, it was like weird and different, but he was like still like Taker. And then he kept that gimmick, I believe, like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Left, came back as a dead man, kept that through the rest of his career.
Yeah. What were your top 5 great matches of the Undertaker from WrestleMania? Like your top 5 favorite matches from WrestleMania?
Well, obviously my top 2, definitely both the Shawn Michaels matches.
Yeah, I would put both of them in there. I didn't have them in my top 5 though. I'll give you what my top 5 was in just a second. But
those aren't in your top 5. We're talking about WrestleMania matches?
Number one was one of them wasn't. The 25th anniversary one was in my top 5. The 26th one, I got to be honest, when he hurt his leg during the match,
the 25th one was the best one.
It was by far, and I actually have a number one. Actually, let me just give you my listing right now. Number 5, I give.
Number 3, I will put the end of an era match.
Yeah,
because it wasn't really the end of the era.
I put end of the era as number 2, the Hell in a Cell match.
I'll say I will flip around the 26th one.
Yeah, I would say my favorite matches were. Let me think. I think did I have Kevin Nash in one of them? I think I did. I think I had Kevin Nash in one of them. I don't know. I just thought that
match against Kevin Nash.
Yeah, it was a good match. I thought it was a really good match.
Yeah.
Out of all the actually, I'm
one
kidding. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. No, it was
pretty good.
It was Batista Undertaker WrestleMania 23.
Batista one was really good.
Edge versus Undertaker was number 4. Number 3 was
I put him in Punk.
Yeah, him and Punk. Him and Punk was that. I am at number 3.
I put that
number 2,
number 4.
Yeah, end of an era, number 2, and the 25th WrestleMania. But the way that match ended, with Shawn Michaels doing the moonsault, Undertaker climbing to the tombstone, end of the match, great finish.
Number 5.
Him kicking out of the first tombstone, epic. Nobody saw it coming. It was a shock value. It made other people gasp. It was the most insane thing. I think that was actually the only time that ever happened before that point because no one ever kicked out of the tombstone, I don't believe.
See, number 5.
I don't even think Edge even kicked out of it. Although I would say technically he kind of did.
He did, but
it was a late. It was the latest like timing for the referee to show up. Anyway, but yeah.
So what would I put at number 5? Honestly, there's so many. I said both Shawn Michaels matches.
5 and 4. 5 and 4. You put them in?
No. Wait.
If you had to go like
one was the first match he had with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Number 2 was.
Number 2 would be the end of an era one.
Yep.
Number 3 will be the second one with Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
Number 4, match with Batista.
Yep.
Number 5.
Did I put Orton on my list? I'm trying to remember.
No, flip that. Number 4, Punk. Number 5, Batista.
Yeah. Did I have Orton on my list? Did I have him as number 4?
Orton.
I'm trying to remember what my list was now. I just said it. I just forgot it just now.
I know Orton match was it was good, but it wasn't like his top one. Yeah. I would put that one top 10 to be honest.
Yeah, I put that top 10 too. But yeah, he had legendary matches. The streak should have never died, by the way. The dumbest decision by WWE on their part. And that's that. Did you want to cover the Elimination Chamber at all?
Well, yeah,
I know you had a rant about it.
I'm not even gonna go like full on. I'm just say the results.
Just get the results. Go ahead.
Rey Mysterio versus Miz. Rey Mysterio won that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. Drew McIntyre won. Honestly, the entire feud between him, Madcap Moss, and Corbin is so one-sided. Like it's not even funny.
No.
I'm very sure Drew McIntyre has won every single match.
Yes.
Naomi and Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair and Sonya Deville.
Ronda Rousey had one arm tied behind her back, and she wore a judo gi today, but
and won
the match. Yeah.
The SmackDown Tag Team titles match between the Usos and Viking Raiders. The Usos retained. The Women's Elimination Chamber match to see who faces Becky Lynch.
Bianca
won.
Yep.
Raw Women's Championship match. Becky Lynch versus Lita. Becky Lynch was about to say Lita won.
That was probably the best match of the entire show. Can I just say about that match for a second?
Yeah.
The best match in the entire show. I don't think there was one match on that show that topped that match. I would say the men's chamber match was probably the second best. The third best thing on the show was the women's chamber match. The Goldberg-Roman Reigns match sucked, in my opinion. It was garbage. Goldberg's trash. Go home, Goldberg. You're too old for this crap. You are. That was the worst match by far.
Roman won that one.
Yeah, I thought Braun Strowman and Goldberg did it better because at least there was something there. It was like multiple finishes. All it was. I don't even think Goldberg even hit a spear in this match. Goldberg hit 2 spears on Roman, right? He couldn't hit the jackhammer. It was 1 guillotine hold. That's the end of the match. Yeah. Really? 1 Superman punch that was botched, by the way, because Goldberg was stupid enough to walk into it.
Honestly, he shouldn't be tried to book as WCW Goldberg. Look at it. He's mad skinny now. Like, what's he going to do?
I don't think he's skinny. I think he's fat.
I mean, like,
you think he's skinny? No, Have you seen him?
Compared to what he looked when he first started,
he was more leaner in WCW.
Now. Exactly, that's my point.
No, you said he wasn't. You said he was skinnier than he was in WCW.
He is a little skinnier.
No, he's not. He's not. No, he's not.
Well, not.
He's 15 pounds.
No, I mean like not. Well, I should have said skinny. I mean like jacked, like he was.
Yeah, he's not jacked as he was. He's got fat in him. Not like Samoa Joe fat or like Giant Gonzalez.
Samoa Joe's like fat, but he's athletic as hell. So
well, he's a fat Samoa.
He gets a pass.
Of course it is. It's
Samoa Joe. This is the match where. I'm just upset about it.
Oh, the
WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, Lesnar, Fury, Riddle.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Riddle was
Bobby Lashley didn't even participate in the match because
he got concussed thanks to Rollins because he powerbombed Austin Theory to that chamber thing. Which, by the way, That wasn't even a planned move. I don't think Rollins realized that he forgot that Lashley was in there.
Lashley was legit. No, that had to be part of the storyline because they want to protect Lashley and not have him lose or get pinned.
Well, the guy gets knocked out in the middle of the match. I don't think that was planned, and I'm pretty sure that would have actually pissed off Lashley.
I mean, compared to how the storyline goes,
and think about it. Even if it was trying to protect Lashley, who cares? You're not doing a third match between Lashley and Lesnar anyway. So what's the point?
They probably are.
When?
Oh, random episode of Raw before Mania?
I doubt it, because Lesnar hasn't fought on a Raw in a long ass time, and if he didn't fight 20 years ago, he's not going to fight now.
Yeah, and then Brock Lesnar broke in, eliminated Styles, Rollins.
I actually enjoyed. Can I just add? I actually enjoyed that, and I'm going to give you a reason why. Because Riddle's not ready to become WWE champion. Yes, he's over with the fans. He was stuck in a tag team division.
No, honestly, I agree. I feel like he'll definitely be a world champion one day.
He will be. It's just not now. It's not the right time. It's not the right booking. It is what it is. All these people out there who think like that Riddle got buried, you're idiots. Stop it. He didn't get buried. It was one bad thing. Brock Lesnar had to get in dominant mode because he was pissed off, legitimately pissed off.
And Lesnar actually hates Riddle in real life. So
yeah. So I mean, in reality, he wanted.
Riddle was supposed to originally win the Rumble.
Yeah.
Lesnar's like no.
No, it wasn't even Lesnar. It was actually Vince because he had changed his mind like 10
No,
different
Lesnar
times.
had a say in that too. It's like,
well, because here's the thing. He said no to him being the last one eliminated by Riddle. That's the only reason why he wanted that to happen. Because he's thinking, I was thinking about somebody else maybe, but otherwise no. And in that case, I'm pretty sure the plan was originally if Riddle was going to win the Rumble.
Orton.
Yeah, well, it could have been that, yeah. But
you would have Riddle win the Rumble, then Orton wins the title at the Elimination Chamber.
Was he gonna pin Brock though? Or
Brock wouldn't have.
Or Lashley would win the championship.
Everything changed because at the day one pay-per-view, Roman had COVID, so he didn't
participate. No. I get that.
Brock was moved to the WWE Chamber, the WWE Fatal 5-Way match, won a title. Originally, Seth Rollins was supposed to win that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, honestly, the whole plans changed from that moment.
Yeah, it was dumb booking on their part.
If it wasn't it probably would be Rollins versus Lashley and someone else at Mania. But now that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And also, and then with Austin Theory when he F5'd him off one of the pods.
That was by far the funny. I died laughing so hard. The fact of the matter is, here's my thing: you're trying to push this kid, and let me tell you something. Even though he fell off the thing. If that was a more like no. Can I just say this for a second? If this was the Elimination Chamber from the early 2000s, that would have been more extreme.
Yeah,
that was a jump pad, and like some cardboard he landed underneath it there.
And back then, they had actual chains on the floor.
Here's the thing that really cracks me up. He didn't even land chest first. He landed on his feet. His head did not hit the ground, by the way. Mind you, it didn't even hit the ground.
Just hit that and rolled over.
He did a stop, drop, and roll thing. That was by far the safest F5 in the history of an F5 finishing move. I'm sorry. Honestly, and the fact that he didn't even kick out of it, here's the thing.
With the chains, it would have been more extreme.
Yeah, it would have been.
But nah, it's just soft.
But if you're trying to push the kid, have him kick out of the fucking move. No. Yes.
It's still way too soon.
You know how much time there was wasted with that, though? It was like 50 seconds. It was worse than Triple H Booker T match at WrestleMania 19, where he took the pedigree and he was not in for about 2 or 3 minutes.
No, that's entirely different.
How is that different?
Austin Theory is still young. He's still beginning. He's only 24 years old. They just got him from NXT.
Not really. He was on Raw even before this. He was on Raw in 2020. What are you talking about?
But he wasn't supposed to be originally brought up. That was the whole pandemic, and so they had to bring up Super.
No, they were planning to bring him up despite the pandemic. They were planning to bring him up even at that point. There were reports about this. Hell, he was supposed to be feuding Drew McIntyre when he was WWE champion and actually facing for the. Yes, that was an actual plan. I actually read into it. Yes, I read the dirt sheet.
I thought that would actually happen, but Austin Theory.
It would have happened. It would have been a great match, and McIntyre would have won. But go ahead.
Austin Theory right now, honestly, I see him being a future world champion.
Who?
Austin Theory being a future world champion, but with this gimmick he has, taking selfies with everybody.
I don't even mind it. That gimmick thing.
I don't mind it, but that has to be dropped.
No, I don't think it has to.
Not now, but down the road.
Well,
if people want to take him more seriously, he shouldn't have a gimmick like that.
Well, here's the thing: they should take him seriously. He beat Finn Balor in 6 minutes. He beat Finn Balor in 6 minutes, in my opinion.
No, but Finn Balor's
seriously.
been having shitty booking ever since he came back to the main
Oh,
roster.
give me a break. He had a match with Roman Reigns.
Matter of
And he
fact, Finn
lost.
Balor's been having shitty booking ever since he joined WWE. Other than his times in NXT, that one time he won the Universal title.
That was on
What
Rollins.
else has Finn Balor
That was
done?
Rollins, by the way, who fucked it up for him. But go ahead.
Yeah. What else has he done other than a few measly IC title reigns?
That's true too.
And those rings
You
were
got a
even
point
good.
there. You got a point. Yeah.
Yeah. Finn Balor should be booked.
But here's my opinion. That F5 finishing move, I'm sorry. Have the kick out of it. And you want to know something? If Brock
Or if anything,
or here's
Austin
the
Theory
thing.
should have led
when he
face
kicks
first.
out when he kicks out of his move, have Austin Theory be like a dead weight and have him hit his finishing move out of nowhere and have Brock kick out of it and have him try to hit it one more time. Make the match a little bit longer at least or something. That
first of all,
F5
he would be too weak. You know what Austin Theory's finisher is? It's like a 5 minutes carry to his knee facebuster.
he's actually a pretty strong guy.
Yeah, he is. I mean, look
And
at
Brock is actually a little bit leaner. So it's not like he's heavier. And the
him. No,
difference
Austin Theory could definitely lift up Lesnar. No
yeah.
doubt.
Yeah, he can. So how would he not be strong enough?
Weekend, Austin Theory tried that.
But you're selling though, and it was the weakest F5 though. You got to admit that F5. If you're gonna
No,
take
it was only
if you're
weak
gonna
F5
take
because of the-
if you're gonna take the F5, do not land on your feet because that will piss off Brock Lesnar. He was actually pissed off that actually happened too. By the way, I don't know if you got to look at his face after he pinned Theory. When he picked him up
the
and
wrestlers
pretended
are
to
supposed
do
to
the selfie
protect
thing.
themselves.
No.
too.
But here's the thing though. He's like, you shouldn't land on your fucking feet and pushed him back down again.
How the hell else is he supposed to land without getting injured? Land on his neck?
No, you're not landing on your neck.
Or his back?
You're,
He's still
no,
gonna
you're
whip
not.
that.
How are you gonna? If you're
Land on
landing,
his
if you're landing
ass?
in front, how are you gonna injure your back and your ass?
Honestly, look at how.
I see the F5 taken from a spinning rotation, and it was not that high up. He was 10 feet in the air. Whoop-de-doo. I've taken jumps
10 feet in the air, that's still
at least 10
pretty
feet.
high.
Oh, give me a break, please. That's the softest padding in the world. It's like landing in powder of snow when you're
There's-
skiing.
No, the
When
main
you do a
part is just
jump.
a pattern, but like, even still.
Do it. And sell a little bit. And kick out of it. Make a shock value happen.
Just look at this. First of all, he's killing it on top.
No, I know, yeah.
And then,
And he only took. No, here's the thing that really pisses me off, though.
I figured that Austin Theory would probably be one of the last people in the chamber.
No, I thought it'd be Lashley until he got injured.
Like, let's look at the landing.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at how stupid his landing is. He didn't land on his head. He didn't land on his head. He barely even landed on his feet, and he rolled backwards
Yeah. Honestly, how the hell else is he supposed to land?
on your stomach. That's how the F5 is taken. It's not supposed to be land. It's not like an A-train thing when he got the hit.
But he's
I don't want to hear it.
from the ring.
It was like 60 seconds, almost a minute and a
10
half,
feet.
and the guy gets pinned in a
10
minute and a
feet.
half. That's
Taking an
stupid.
F5 from 10 feet, landing on your stomach. That is gonna hurt. Even on
It
that,
is.
Even on that pattern.
But make
That was still
it badass though. If you're trying to push the kid like Vince is trying to do, kick out of that freaking move. Out of the minute and a half that he wasn't even pinned. And here's the best part: Brock walked around him after he did it. After he dragged him right in the middle of the ring, he didn't get down right away. If you notice,
Yeah, he dragged
you
him
notice he walked around for a few more seconds and then he pinned him. That's stupid. That's the only thing I hated about that match was just that finish right there. That's it. I like the F5 on the chain. Don't get me wrong. I like it on the pod. Just don't freaking wait 2 minutes to pin the freaking guy. That's stupid. That's like when Brock F5 Roman Reigns and didn't go for the pin right away at WrestleMania 31. The exact same thing. Except Roman didn't land on his stupid feet when he took the F5. Anyway, I love it how you had something to rant about the show and I ranted more than you did. I love it.
We both kind of ranted on that.
Well, yeah, but I ranted more about the fit. Anyway.
And also, too, now it's going to be Lesnar versus Reigns, title for title at Mania.
Yeah.
It sucks because, like,
No, I don't mind it.
they bring the title as
At
one
this point-
again.
At the,
What's the point of having separate brands then?
well, here's the reason why they're doing
Each
it.
brand's not going to have a world.
Because I'm convinced right now they're getting rid of the brand split. They're sick of it now. There's no reason for it. SmackDown's barely watched because it's just the main.
Honestly, SmackDown's better than Raw.
Yeah, because Roman's on there. But here's
Exactly.
the thing. They only watch it when Roman's on. If you notice.
And he's on every single
They
week.
don't exactly. They don't watch it afterward. They lose more viewers at the Roman segments or Roman matches or whatever the case may be. What he's doing with the bloodline.
Or unless it's going to be like a Becky 2-inch storyline and Becky and one of them loses one of the world titles.
You know what the sad thing is about that whole thing too is that Becky wasn't planning on losing that belt. She didn't want to drop it to Charlotte that night at the pay-per-view. Didn't want to drop it to her, and it happened anyway.
Yeah, it's like,
and what it led to? Oh yeah, Bayley cashing in and winning Money in the Bank. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I was being sarcastic. Anyway, I know if you're not hearing the little thing right now, the little.
But yeah, I doubt that takes away opportunity from other wrestlers too. Yeah. Just taking away.
Yeah. But by the way, if you're hearing a little right now in our sound, it is windy as hell out there. Yeah. After an hour, so. Wow, it's already 9:30. We did an hour of this already. We're going to do a few more topics here right now. We do have a thing from CBS Sports about the NBA Hall of Fame. Here's a class right now of finalists right now that are in the Hall of Fame class right now. Here's the conversation right now. Here's the class, what it looks like. Lita Andrews, Swin Cash, Michael Cooper, Hugh Evans, Manu Ginobili, Tim Hardaway, Bob Hudgens, Marcus Johnson, George Karl, former Denver Nugget head coach, Maureen Stanley, and Lindsay Whalen, all in the class from 2022. Great story, by the way, for Manu Ginobili. Great career for him. Mm-hmm. Part of that team with Tim Duncan and Greg Popovich and the Spurs, Tony Parker. The Spurs were awesome in the early 2000s. They were a dynasty that I think was underrated, in my opinion, as dynasties go. Really? You had to say that right in the middle of my thing?
Yeah.
What the frick is that? What is that?
The bodybuilder filter on.
Oh my god!
You should see this filter.
Okay, you look like a black.
It was weird on Snapchat. They have a filter of two black guys kissing.
Oh god, that is like the worst filter out there. But back, was that for that I don't know. Filter? But back to the Basketball Hall of Fame class. I think this is a great class.
Yeah.
Great names on this list.
Two black guys.
I don't know why you said that right there. That was a random time to say that. A great class. Too random. Wow. All right. Well, on that note, thanks for ruining my NBA Hall of Fame segment. That's great. Appreciate it. I know the show's called Let's Interrupt You. They're all good. Manu Ginobili belongs in that conversation. I'm shocked that actually. Can I just say this for a second? I am shocked that after 2 years, Ginobili will be in this Hall of Fame. I thought he was gonna have to wait longer. I was convinced of it because people undervalue him a lot. Mm-hmm. There's really not enough appreciation for Manu Ginobili. If you think about it, really right now, people think about Tim Duncan, people think about Tony Parker, they think about Hardaway, they think about Steve Kerr, they think about Greg Popovich. You never hear a lot of people talk about Ginobili a lot in San Antonio. You never really hear talk about here mostly in this state. I remember when I was a young kid in the early 2000s, they would have like Ginobili jerseys out there. I think after 2005, they stopped caring. And I'm convinced of it. I'm like, really? You guys are going to stop caring about the Spurs of all teams? Anyway, but again, congrats to Ginobili. And, who knows? Maybe I'll take a trip down to Springfield this summer if I get a chance to watch the NBA Hall of Fame. I've been there before, so it wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, Mike Evans, this is the last segment here. We're talking about Mike Evans, talking about his revisiting Antonio Brown's final moments with the Buccaneers. He quoted on saying on the Black and White podcast. That's that's the name of the podcast. I didn't name it. Anyway, but yeah, he quoted saying Antonio Brown didn't get the rock, so he wasn't going to get back in the game. He was trying to stop him from. He was trying to encourage him to get back in the game because he had they had routines they do. He would do 2 plays, and he would go out. Brown would get his moment, but he refused to get back in there. Bruce Arians tried to get him back in the game. Obviously, it didn't work out. I do have the audio for that, however. I do have the audio for that I wasn't going to play. Unfortunately, we're running short on time. That and the audio is just not working. Of Mike Evans getting the interview that was on. It was not done on the Black or White Sports show, but they took a clip from Yahoo.com. I don't know what the show was on. I think it was based on CBS Sports, but they just happened to get it from Yahoo. Anyway, but yeah, Antonio Brown has a little episode. He has a little moment. In my opinion, the guy's all done when it comes to football. I'm not surprised that he was throwing a tantrum on this. This is not the first time he's thrown a tantrum on a football field during a game. First time, though, he went streaking, though. I will say that, though. Didn't go streaking to the point where he was bare-ass naked, which I'm kind of surprised that didn't freaking happen because I'm thinking to myself, well, this guy's freaking nuts. If he's already taking his freaking top off, he's going to probably rip off his bottom off, too, walk around butt-ass naked through MetLife Stadium. I just thought that was coming because I'm thinking to myself, like, they're still focusing on this. So he must know he's doing this. So he's probably going to plan on streaking, but instead, I guess he was just too cold. He probably didn't want to freeze his crown jewels that he's so proud of. But anyway, yeah, but Garoppolo. Brown, I think, as far as I'm concerned right now, lost all respect from Tom Brady, in my opinion. Even though he respects him back, Brown, I think Brady was fed up with this bull crap too. Because I think he could have begged for him to come back. I heard now that there was reports saying that how, and I got to mention this too, that there were reports out there about Brady's retirement, how no one's buying it, how he's going to, come back and play. He was fed up because he wanted to control the team and Bruce Arians wouldn't give it to him. It's that simple. He is the reason why that Brown had a job with the Bucs. And now he's the reason why he has no longer a job with the Bucs, because he was not going to get this guy back in the team. I don't care what anybody says. I think Brady was done. Once he did that, once he saw that motivated him, saying, "Oh, you think we can't win without you? Here we go." Now it's the Jets. I kid you not. I know we're going back at like a month and like 17 days later, but it's the Jets. I get it. But man, that you want to talk about sticking it to somebody that day? They were pitching all those people to be Antonio Brown that day. That's all it was. That guy's Antonio Brown. That guy's Antonio Brown. That guy's Antonio Brown. And I'm going to throw it to anyone but Antonio Brown. And that was great. That's what led to that comeback. But yeah, that's that. In reality, Antonio Brown, yeah, kind of a douche. So, think what you want about him. Oh, by the way, we didn't even mention this for the WWE Elimination Chamber. Rey Mysterio did get a win over The Miz on the pre-show. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, but you didn't know about this. Here's what you didn't know. What's been rumored. Logan Paul is on his way back to WWE.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And he's going to tag with The Miz at WrestleMania possibly to face Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio.
Why?
That's what I think. I don't even want this guy on my TV screen. Really? You're going to bring this idiot back, who, by the way, granted, took a really great stunner from Kevin Owens last year. Granted, that was the lead to their match with Owens and Zayn last year. Was all about Logan Paul. Because Sami Zayn had a man crush on him. So now, all of a sudden, The Miz now, who basically talks shit about the Paul brothers last year, including his brother, Jake the Boxer. You mean to tell me right now we're going to bring this idiot back now, and now him and Miz are going to team up and beat the Mysterios? You know what Logan Paul should do? And I would actually love this if he does do it. Not actually follow script here, go off script here, and walk out on The Miz at WrestleMania. And let The Miz lose. Because this is stupid.
Yeah.
Don't go back to the same routine where you're going to have a celebrity win and Logan Paul gets a tag in and he pins Rey Mysterio. Because if that makes the freaking news.
If that was the case, it shouldn't have fired John Morrison.
If that makes the freaking news, I'm going to tell you right now, and I guarantee this one, it will not end this freaking thing. Watch. They'll do it again at WrestleMania Backlash, and Logan Paul will be in Providence, Rhode Island. Yay! That's what I think. Pathetic. Pathetic. And on that note, I'm ending this stream. I'm ending this podcast as of today. Not ending the podcast forever, obviously, but just ending this episode. On that note, you know the social media routine. You know we have Instagram. You know we have Facebook. But for anybody, and we know we have Snapchat. But for all of us, for all of you who don't know who the hell we are, he's Michael Smith. Yeah. I'm Joseph Olivo. I don't even know where you were throwing that to. But anyway, we're going to head out. We're done. Have a good night. No, I thought we had some breaking news. I guess we had later. But actually, we don't have any breaking news. So, yeah, we're done.
Breaking news.
The news is over. The sports news is over. The segments are over. We're done here after an hour and 10 minutes. Have a good rest of your weekend, guys. Happy President's Day. We'll be here Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll definitely be back here Saturday, of course. You know the schedule. Bye-bye.